Around this time last year, I made a video where I reacted to the trailer of the not yet released WWE 2K22. It was the comeback game for the WWE 2K series after an abomination release for 2K20 to the point where they literally skipped making 2K21. So it goes without saying that it was a really sad time for the wrestling game fans. But nevertheless, when I made that video, I expressed how excited I was for that game and how my hopes were up for it. And that when I got a chance to play it, I was going to inform you all on my experience after the fact and tell you whether I liked it or not. Well, you see, I'm a liar. I never made that video based on my experience on WWE 2K22, even though I played it religiously when it came out last March. And so I never got the chance to tell you guys how surprisingly fun that game was when I played it. 2K22, in my opinion, revived a dying WWE game franchise. The controls felt less wrestling simulator and slow and felt more fast-paced and like an actual game unlike the past few releases. The roster was good as always, online creation was amazing, and the showcase mode for this game was about one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, so you know I enjoyed reliving some of those iconic matches. Overall, it just brought back that feeling I used to get when playing modern generation wrestling games like WWE 2K14. I stopped watching wrestling consistently in like 2015 or so, but I try to continue to play the games up to this point just because of how fun that they can be. So to still be entertained after all of these years shows the potential of future wrestling games if they're done right. So that brings us to today, or rather yesterday, as we just got an announcement trailer for the upcoming release of WWE 2K23, the next installment in the 2K series. And I know you see the title and you're probably wondering, how could I jump to conclusions like calling this the best wrestling game when we don't even have gameplay yet? And to that I just say chill, man, just chill. Let me cook. Let me cook. So first of all, let's just start with the obvious elephant in the room that off the bat levels this game off to a great start. This year's cover star wrestler and showcase mode will cover one of, if not the greatest wrestler of all time, John Cena. Now some of you might be thinking, we already got Cena as a cover star in 2K15, but the showcase mode wasn't directly about his full career, and that game was actually so bad that it killed the series, so we don't speak on this game. Why would you even think of that? In this newly released trailer, we see that 2K23 will follow some of Cena's career highlight matches, to where you'll play as the opponent and have to beat him with the wrestler like in real life, which, you know, just sounds amazing. In the past showcase modes, it was mostly about older wrestlers that I'm just not old enough to say that I grew up watching, but you know, it was still cool to play those matches and to learn the history, but I never really related to the modes as I didn't watch those matches growing up and didn't get that feeling of, oh yeah, I remember that. But John Cena? I was literally glued to my television as a kid watching some of his most greatest eras on WWE. So playing this game could take me on a wild trip down memory lane. There was his ruthless aggression era, that feud with him and Edge and Big Show in 2009, the Nexus era, Rock vs. Cena, bro, there are so many cool matches that I would love to relive in a video game. So yeah, I can't lie, most of my hype comes from me being a Cena superfan, I gotta admit. But this showcase mode, along with the game's improved controls and gameplay from last year, cooks up a recipe for a damn near perfect wrestling game. And not to mention the other modes that are in the game like My Career or My GM, which, you know, are cool to play around with too. Although I will admit, I don't like the fact that My Career has like a somewhat linear storyline, so if they could make it to where every decision that you make is on your own, that'd be perfect, because I do not want my created character to have that corny voice acting like last year.
He truly was a show-off of both versatility and spirit. After those two...
So, like last year, I am once again hyped for the next WWE game release, which makes me even happy to say that because just a few years ago, that sentence wouldn't have even been uttered out of my mouth. So hopefully 2K doesn't change anything from last year and only decides to improve upon the game. Because if they do, we could be in store for a perfect wrestling game. So what do you guys think about 2K23, man? Are you guys excited? Feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, leave a like on the video, subscribe. See y'all.